Let's move to our third story, which has to do with females finally getting into the shipping industry in a C-suite level. So this is Maersk. I can't say that word. Maersk. Okay, so they're basically having a female CEO for the first time in 114 years, Carolina Dybeck Happe.
It's a big story, and one of the notable things about this, just from a numbers perspective, we talk about how dismal the numbers are on Wall Street when it comes to gender diversity. In shipping, 3%.
Oh, yeah, no. In industrials, oil and energy, yeah.
I mean, that really jumped out at me in a very meaningful way. And yet, I guess this is a good first step. I mean, it's clearly being heralded within the industry. Notably, to me, also in this is at least in part from investor pressure. And I think what we were talking about, yesterday with TPG and facing pressure from their public pensions around this very issue. This is not going away. And I do think that companies are starting to realize that they need to make meaningful, demonstrable change on this front in response to investor pressure. And
it certainly is in response to investor pressure. But the investors are not wrong. I mean, an old boss of mine once said, more than half the brains in the world are female. And if you exclude the female brains, yeah, exactly, and even the best ones, the better half.
But it's also, go ahead.
Leaving behind a lot of intelligence.
Well, also what's interesting is that there's a conversation, particularly in certain commodity industries, about you want women on your boards, but that's actually cannibalizing women who could be CFOs or CEOs, as in the pool is so small that if you draw them over here, they can't get over there, and how you manage that and battle that in the industry.
That is interesting.
Well, you have to work on, pun intended, the pipeline, right? I mean, you've got to bring in more from the, anyway.
Okay,
commodities joke.
I tried with you.
Commodity show, yeah. We actually talked to the head of a diamond industry about this.
Commodity show for you, Disney reference for you. Everything comes together on Wall Street.
There we go.